Well, it's Wednesday, and that means plants and gardens expert Craig Hignight is joining us live to answer all of your burning questions. Be sure to head to our WQAD Facebook page, live stream, and that's where you can send your questions in. Good morning, Craig.
Good morning. I've always said they should turn those on during the commercials. It's a lot more fun.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
behind the scenes, right? I know. Hey, that's an idea. All right, let's start with our questions. Why are my rhubarb leaves getting red spots on them? Also, will creeping Charlie take over your lawn if you don't kill it?
Well, it surely can. Well, going back to the rhubarb, there are some funguses that affect rhubarb. It's not going to affect your harvest at all. Really, if you've given it some fertilizer and you're staying on top of your watering, everything's going to be fine. Remember, the most important thing is to break out those flower stalks the second you can tell that they're not a leaf. And yes, creeping Charlie can take over your lawn. You have to remember, it was imported. It's not native, and it was meant to be a ground cover. And it is.
Very effectively at that. Nicholas asking, what are the best kind of hostas to plant, and do they need lots of sunlight, or can they be planted in the shade?
Oh, most hostas want the shade. There are a very, very few that can stand up to full sun, but hostas are your classic shade plant, and there are literally hundreds of varieties to choose from to brighten up your garden.
Okay, beginning gardener trying raised bed flower / herb plants needs. Any helpful tips to have good results? Soil needs?
Well, it's like any garden, whether it's raised or in the ground. You want to be adding some organic matter every year and I like to suggest organic fertilizers used according to the directions on the label. And remember, any garden requires about 1 inch of rain every 7 to 10 days. So stay on top of your watering to get the best crops possible.
This is from Ava.
Oh, I know that name.
I wonder who that is.
Ava Hedges?
Hi.
Yeah.
She's right next door
She
there.
has a green thumb too?
My goodness.
She's worried about the UV. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Word around the block.
That's what I heard too. She's wondering what plants would do best on a mostly shaded balcony.
Oh, I would like to see some tuberous begonias, impatiens, some New Guinea impatiens will do well, coleus. You have a wide variety of plants available for use in a shady area.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, for all the audience in the back, Ava Hedges. Okay, so my neighbors planted zosia grass several years ago, and now it has invaded my yard and is taking over my flower bed. How can I get rid of it? Grass killer doesn't work.
Oh.
Grass killer. You've used over the top and it has not taken out the zoysia. It should take out zoysia just like any other grass. Unfortunately, if that is actually the case, you have a project ahead. You're going to have to lift the flowers out of your bed, clean them up, get all the zoysia out of it, go ahead and replant, and then along that line, when you see zoysia just barely touching your yard, Roundup or Killzall. Just kill it before it ever gets a chance to even get on your property.
All right, well, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to answer more questions. Go to our WQAD Facebook page right now and submit them. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. It is Wednesday, and that means Craig Hignight here in the house with us, taking all of your plant and garden questions. Looks like we left off on our Facebook page with Martha. What fertilizer can I put on my peonies? They aren't looking as full as last year.
Well, where I was raised in the original greenhouse, it was actually a peony farm at one time, and they put a nice amount of organic fertilizer. It was actually called cow manure back then, on the crown of every peony plant, and I suggest that people do that. Before the peonies ever come up, just take, 3 or 4 cups of a good organic fertilizer, put it right on the crown of the plant. Peonies grow up through it. It filters down into the soil, keeps them fed. And again, remember, make sure that we're investing some water in August and September after our summer rains stop to build that plant up for next year.
Is it too late to put down step 1 fertilizer?
Pretty much so. The crabgrass has probably gotten way out ahead of you by now. We're actually getting very close, or we're right on the cusp of step 2 now.
All right, from Tracy, I have a rose bush that's looking bad. How can I get it to be looking better?
Okay, what you want to do is, if you haven't, it should have been cut back to about 12 inches, right at Mother's. Well, guess what? It is Mother's.
Yeah.
Well, you're right on time then. And then you thin it out. So you only had about 5 to 7 really nice branches left on the plant coming up from the crown. Take out all that small weedy growth, and then make sure that you start fertilizing it on a regular basis. Roses are heavy feeders, so you want to stay on top of your fertilizing and keep your eye peeled for any diseases and insects, and treat them promptly when they show up. But really, the water and the fertilizer is going to do more for those plants than anything else.
Short question, do you trim your tomatoes?
No. I know there are people that will go ahead, and tomatoes make suckers at the leaves, and they take them off. They say that you can get an earlier crop. I really don't think that helps, and by taking those suckers out, you're actually reducing your later crop, because that is where your later tomatoes are going to form on the plant.
From Lori, when is a good time to trim evergreen bushes?
Evergreens. We've kind of missed our window right now that you could have done it in January or February. I don't like to do a lot of trimming during the summer, and definitely no trimming during September and October. So really, November is going to be your next really good window for pruning on evergreens. Now, if it's something like boxwood or yews, yes, we can shear those during the summer to go ahead and keep them looking nice and not shaggy.
Are gardenias hardy in our area?
Gardenias?
Did I say that right?
Oh, gardenia.
Yeah, gardenia.
Yeah.
Gardenia? I don't think so. They can take it down to right about 32 degrees, right down to just about freezing, but any temperatures below that, they're going to be gone, and they should be in the house by then.
All right. Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
Craig.
Craig, as always, for coming in every Wednesday. Be sure to join our Facebook Live each and every Wednesday with Craig, and there you can submit your questions and be part of the conversation. Here's a live look from our Bridgepoint camera, GMQC at 11. We'll be right back. But first, listen.